All right, first weapon on the list, bow.
Trash.
Trash. Yeah, bro, you need to aim to use this one.
Nobody's picking that shit
actually,
up.
a bow is the best weapon in the game. How dare you?
Nah,
Yep.
bro, that's crazy.
Every projectile in the game breaks the bow M1. Bow M1's the hardest thing in the game to hit. The rain of arrows is bad.
Yep.
That shit is
Quick
bad.
draw. Quick draw is even worse.
Unless you're AFK or cooking, then yeah.
No, you're better off just M1ing if you're gonna use quick draw.
Yeah, pretty much.
M1ing does more damage.
Yeah, and one does way more damage than quick draw.
Yep.
The regular bronze flintlock.
Matter of fact, D tier.
D
I'm gonna
tier.
change it up.
D tier for the bronze flintlock.
It's a shotgun, bro. It's a Mickey shotgun. You're never landing.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you have like decent aim, but
The grab is okay. It's
does-
very
actually
short,
does it,
which
yeah. Yeah, it does.
it catches people off guard because it's too short.
Yeah. The musket E is pretty nice. 'cause it
Musket
does
Shit,
have-
E.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Musket E carries.
Yeah, musket E carries his weapon. The
The
club. Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
be
not
real.
using this in PvP.
Yeah, bro, you're not picking this shit up. Trash. The regular dagger. Now this dagger is pretty good for mobility, but the Q is not that great. I'm gonna be real, unless you're.
The Q, there's better variants of the dagger.
Yeah.
You only use this dagger for the movement ability, which is the E.
Yeah. So if you don't have enough points to use a better dagger, you would use this dagger just for the E ability. So I'd put this in like C tier,
Yeah.
just for
see,
that. Now the dual flintlocks. Dual flintlocks.
I'd go B here.
B here.
Yeah, I'll go BT.
Because it's like a slightly worse version of the musket.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it has 2 shots.
Dual scimitars. These are a pretty strong weapon.
that E is busted.
And if you are a conjurer, you can actually go 150 weapons and use this with like 100 magic, which is really nice. So I'd say this is an A tier. Now, is it above the musket though?
Yeah, it's above the musket
Above the
easily.
musket, easily.
It could be used for PvE. There's more versatility, has utility, like the teleport move. I think it has the longest teleport in the game at the moment,
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the longest.
aside from movement skills.
Yeah. As for the worst version of it, which is like the basic one, it'd probably be just below the Matari.
I'd go high B. High B. You're not using this.
Great axe. Yeah, the great axe is pretty slow. Just the E ability is pretty good in the great axe.
It's not bad though. It's not bad.
Yeah, other than that, you're not using the great axe too much for the Q because the slam is not that great.
There's better options.
Yeah. I'd say you pick it up just for the E, and I'd put it in B tier because the E is really nice. Strike and Gale, you can just spam it so much.
I'd say low B. Low B.
Yeah, low B. Good
Low
AoE
B.
weapon if you can't aim. The great sword.
This is a good AoE weapon if you can't aim.
Yeah, this is a really good AoE weapon if you can't aim.
Oh, nah.
Now, if y'all don't know, Tempest can break projectiles, and on top of that, it has dot damage if you're in the tornado. And it does like pretty high impact damage if you were to land it while someone's like near you.
It's your best counter against mages, essentially.
Pretty much. And the E ability has so much burst, it's actually insane. So I'd put this in like A tier, pretty much.
Yep. Easy A.
Yeah, easy A. But is it below the musket?
Probably.
I feel like it's so easy to use for like the normal player. I put it like a front of the musket.
Yeah, in front of musket's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knocking Blitz. Now the staff is pretty straightforward. You just aim and shoot. That shit's the AoE is so huge, and the Q, it literally is a knockout grab that gives you a free M1 or like a free blast projectile or anything. I'd put this like above the greatsword or below the greatsword, or maybe even above the scimitars, bro. I'm gonna
It's
be real.
above the scimitars, bro.
Yeah, it does a lot of
Quality.
damage. Yeah, this above the scimitars.
You're not using that, bro.
You're not using that.
Yeah, bro, this thing has like fall off time, right? Doesn't it like dip at arcs? Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You're not using this. This is like,
You're not using that.
No.
it's like
That's
D
a
tier
fact,
at best. D tier, C tier. Probably put it at D tier because it has like no movement.
D.
Iron Claws.
The Q is amazing. The
Yeah.
E is situational.
Yeah, the E is pretty situational. If you were to pair this up with another weapon, but slowly, just the weapon by itself, the E is not that great.
The Q pretty much carries because the short cooldown, it does more
cooldown.
damage than other like
Blast
blasts.
projectiles, yeah, it's really good. If you, yeah, and it has pretty decent AoE too, so I put this in like high B tier much. Just because you can spam this shit so much.
Yep.
Now for the Iron Great Hammer. Iron Great Hammer is just it's like a better club, and the grab is really nasty. So there's that.
I'd
too.
say high C.
High C. Yeah.
Or low B, high C or low B.
I mean, I put it in
What do we
high
think?
C. I put it in high C.
Yeah, high
B.
C.
Yeah.
It's like the weapons in B, you're definitely gonna.
Nobody's
use
using this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Now for the hammer. Now this hammer right here. I don't think a lot of people have ever used this hammer. Its Q ability is like a thrown projectile. I don't think I've ever been hit by it or seen anybody land this because it's quite literally just broken. Like it doesn't work.
Trying to be boy and
That's
shit.
my new build right there.
Yeah, bruh. It's quite literally just broken. Now the E ability is just a self-explosion. It's like raging impact. It has too much and like I feel like, and the damage is subpar. It's kind of whatever. I'd put this in D tier or even trash because one of the moves don't even work.
Yeah, throw it
Yeah.
in trash.
Yeah, it just goes in the trash, bruh. The Iron Staff, just like the Green Wish Cultist Staff, is pretty much, you know, a weapon that conjurers or warriors use. I'd put it below scimitars in terms of damage and viability.
The E on that is so fast.
I think it's worse than the greatsword.
You think it's worse than Greatsword? Oh
Yep.
yeah, true, because the Greatsword E is Kai Saber. Kai Saber. The weapon I claim to be one of the best.
One of the best. The Q is bum.
Yeah.
The
Q
E,
alone.
the Q is horrid. Like, just
Yeah,
pick up
bro.
scimitars if you want to dash move.
Yeah.
Kai Saber though, it looks cool. It's red. The E can also pretty much cut through every projectile in the game, including pulsar.
Very nice. Very nice.
And the damage, yeah, the damage is good. The bleed damage, yeah, I guess, but like
I feel like the only reason why you would ever pick Kai Saber or katanas is for the sideways AoE. So I guess if you're like already in their face but you can't necessarily aim towards them, you'll use it, or maybe you'll turn your camera to be like in a sideways position to try to get them. That's about it. For
what you can
direct-
also do.
for gap closing.
There's also another thing you can do with Kai Saber is if you flick upwards and to the left when aiming at the person, there's an invisible projectile that comes out. I don't know if you want to get this nerf, Danny, or patch, but there's 2 projectiles that come out.
That is crazy.
So there's 2, like, there's one invisible projectile that comes out, and there's one visible projectile that comes out. And if you manage to hit 2 of them, that's with max DPS, that's 275, 275. That's going to be like 500
On the
some
E
damage.
ability?
Yeah, on the E.
So if you flick your camera hard enough, you can actually create 2 projectiles.
Yeah, it's just like you can do with bows and arrows.
Ah, shit, that's crazy.
Yep. That's a bug though. I don't know if you should be abusing that.
No, definitely not. I mean, I guess if you're abusing that bug, I can see this being an S tier weapon, but I don't know how easy it is to replicate. So I keep Kai and S below the dual scimitars,
A
and
tier.
Katana probably right behind. this
Yeah,
for the
that's
same
fair,
reason.
that's fair, that's fair.
Yeah,
You're never using this.
yeah. This is
Trash
trash tier.
tier.
This is like the cooler brother. That's why it's above
the
the.
cooler brother.
Yeah.
I'd put it above Great Club though. Maybe above Bow, but Bow you're using to farm Elias.
Bo, you're using the farm Elias to get the better.
To get
cooler brother.
to get the better bow, yeah.
Yeah.
The cooler brother bow.
This spear right here.
This is so sad. Like,
I'd put it below dagger.
It's just a boring
Personally.
weapon, bro. But yeah, spear throw gets clashed out by a lot of stuff, and impaling strike, it doesn't even complement the weapon with spear throw because it's not fast enough. But it is what it is. Yeah, this is definitely C tier.
Mm-hmm.
Spiraling. So the poison tooth dagger. Poison tooth
In front of
dagger.
Greenwish, bro. In front of Greenwish.
For the
Like, what
Greenwish.
In front of Greenwish.
In front of
For average PvP,
For average, I don't know, bro.
I'm telling you, bro,
nobody's landing that Q.
that dagger is carrying everybody, bro. Bro.
Nobody's getting carried by it.
Everybody's getting carried by it.
Nobody
bro,
uses
think
that,
so?
and 4 people use it.
Who? Name
Bucketeering,
them.
Demon,
Mhm.
me, and you.
Bro, forgot about me.
Oh, no, I forgot Asaki.
That's
I forgot about
No,
me.
5.
That's
You don't use it,
insane.
Danny. You use it to farm Calvis. It doesn't count.
I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
not true.
But now that people know about it,
I'm not gonna lie. Snare demons, if you use snare, that's a pretty good chance to use the dagger.
Is that a
Q.
true combo? Snare
Yes,
into
it
that.
is. Yep. I just did that to Ether a while ago.
I was about to say, if you said you were doing that to me, I was gonna say like, no fucking way, boy. You're not doing shit to me.
I should try that then. Snare
Snare
into
demons,
snare into
they-
E.
They are crazy. Yeah, I would say
I put this
highest
in.
A.
I put this in A tier. No, simply because it does poison, so it is a regen stopper. So that's nice.
Poison's nutty.
The
If you're a
mobility is nice
conjurer-
too.
I'd
The
put it
mobility,
below
you can
Kai
air
Saber.
stall. You can air stall really well with the mobility.
Yeah, I'd put it
The momentum is
below
crazy
Kai
good.
Saber.
Low Kai Saber.
What?
Below Kai
That's
Saber, yeah.
wild.
If you can land a dagger
No.
throw, I can easily see this being higher.
On pro.
Yeah, easily,
bro.
easily. No, it's S tier. If you can land
We
a
just wanna
dagger,
be
if you can
up close,
land
bro.
dagger throws, it's S tier.
Yeah, 100%.
But if you can't land dagger throws, it's A
there's no
tier.
point because the dagger throw does damage. I'm not gonna lie.
Me personally, I'll put it above Commodore, bro.
Commodore?
But the
Above-
tech, but the Commodore Cutlass
The
tech,
Commodore tech?
Are we cutting the tech?
the tech is juicy.
Oh, poison dagger.
Above Commodore.
Above
Yeah,
Commodore.
above Commodore Cutlass.
Yeah, alright.
The dagger poison hurts.
If you can land the Q consistently, instant S, because that pretty much guarantees you the fight. If you land a 1 Q, guarantees you the fight.
Yeah, pretty much. It's really nice. Rapier.
low A. Mid,
Yeah, low A, I
like
agree.
Mid low A. Shining Cycle comes out instantly.
Piercing
That's
strike is
alright.
not. No, piercing strike sets you up for a lot of shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Most grabs set you up for a bunch in general, but just
Not most grabs, but piercing strikes is a nice one.
No,
It's
Danny
definitely-
abuses this shit. He just goes up with light.
Yeah. Just go. Yeah, I also use it for mobility. I just go up. It's literally the same reason you would use dagger. So you can just
Good
change
idea.
between the two.
Mhm.
Above greatsword.
above Cower, below
I would
No,
not
I'd
put it
put it
above
above-
greatsword. I would not put it
I'd
above
put it-
greatsword.
Above musket.
Above musket. Above, yeah, I'd put it like right here, like between these two. Pretty much. Ravenna
Instant S
GS.
tier. Instant S tier.
If you're a warrior, here you go.
That's your best weapon.
That's your best weapon. That shit's huge.
The E is the burstiest weapon skill in the game.
And the Q is huge. The Q is
eats
enormous.
everything. It eats all magic. It's a magic counter in this update.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks everything. It's just juicy.
Mm-hmm. All
Do
right.
people actually use shields? Or
Shields.
Shields
Ooh.
are not bad. They're not that bad.
No. But you'd probably run dagger over them.
Yeah.
Unless you're running something like knight, in which case you would want to use shield. I'd put them low C.
Yeah.
Both of them. Over dagger?
It's better than. All right. Think about it like this. You hold G, you basically get damage reduction, right? Like a lot of damage reduction. I'd put it. I put it over this, and I put this shield probably over this.
Yeah.
Because it
fair
probably
enough.
it reduces
Yeah.
so much damage.
But when that shit breaks, which it probably never breaks.
You never
right?
breaks in 1v1.
Yeah, pretty
Hell
much
no.
never breaks. Sanguine,
Sanguine.
with some builds, it's better than poison dagger because of the bleed proc.
Yeah. I'd say probably
I'd
like.
say low A.
Yeah, I was gonna say low A as well.
We all say behind Commodore Kai.
Yeah, definitely behind.
Sanguine, if you land this, it's definitely high A, but overall, it's a downgraded version of poison,
Poison
dagger.
dagger. 'Cause
Yeah.
This one's a 20-second dot, and this is like a like less second dot.
hmm I'd put it.
Mobility
over
though is
musket.
pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah, I'd put it over musket.
So the better iron claws, pretty much. This is probably low A as well.
The E
The
is
low
just
A.
situational. The Q ability has the highest damage out of all the blast projectiles.
Yeah.
Other than the burst from Greatsword and Ravenna Greatsword. With my build, it does 320 damage,
Yeah, that,
and it has a
that's shit
fast ass
ton.
cooldown.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's just shit ton. You can spam this.
Yep, the Q has faster cooldown and more damage than Kai Saber. Faster cooldown and more damage than the dual scimitars. The only thing that kind of slows it up and fucks it over is the range on the Q.
Yeah, the range on the key.
Does not go far at all.
They kind of need to be a little close to people, which is not very ideal, especially against mages. So I'd say
I'd put it above Sanguine maybe.
Yeah, above Sanguine, maybe below Sanguine, because Sanguine still does have the E ability, so you can like fly around.
I'd say behind Sanguine.
Behind Sanguine.
Yeah, purely because of mobility. You need
Yeah.
mobility.
The spear.
Nobody's using that.
Yep, this is just trash. I'm real.
I use that to go fishing.
That's crazy.
Your fishing is crazy.
Stormcaller, the Stormcaller, Elias's bow.
PvE S tier. PvP probably D tier.
D tier. Storm of Arrows is bigger than Rain of Arrows, so I guess it catches a little more. But yeah, I'd put this in like C, D tier.
Nobody's
somewhere.
landing Rain of Arrows or Storm of Arrows in PvP. You can just do one backdash.
Yeah, one backdash, or if you do mess up, if your opponent does mess up on a grab, it'll damage you during the grab, but that's about it.
Yeah, Quick Draw is horrible right now. You're better off M1ing, and you're probably not going to land a single M1 because Mage is being spammed and Pulsar's being spammed.
Yeah.
And every ability in the game breaks their arrows, so there's just no point.
Pretty much, yeah. It's not that good. Definitely D tier. I'd say D tier, C tier.
And bows are
D.
doomed.
Say D. Now, side note, that is the peak snake weapon if you want to snake people when they're cooking or something.
True. This is the
That-
snake weapon. This is the snake weapon.
Oh yeah, hit him with the Q.
Yeah,
Hit him
you
with
just
the Q
hit-
if you want.
Hit them with the Q when they're cooking or AFK. They're
Yeah,
dead.
wrap it up.
Full charge. Mhm.
Now the sunken sword.
Honestly, D.
It's his ass.
Bro,
This shit got
the
Bro,
sunken
if you-
sword Q got done dirty.
If you factor in how long it takes to get that weapon compared to how long it takes to upgrade that weapon because of how much money you have to put into it. and
Yeah,
then
bro.
You compare its Q and E grab to other
Honestly,
weapons, it's trash.
I'd
It's
only
not worth
ever
it.
use this if you're a conjurer, because at least you can get added benefits from like freezing
The
people. or
only
paralyzing it.
usability that it's just paralyzed.
I ain't gonna lie, I've
Paralyzed
seen
is
conjurers. I've seen conjurers that don't even imbue this weapon because it does less damage with imbuement.
Yeah, in most cases it does do less damage. What they can do
people I've
though,
seen-
what they can do is just use it in raw and then use a another imbued weapon and it'll proc the lightning effect. But that's about it.
Mhm.
I'd say
just
like
questionable.
C tier. It's not below the fucking spear. Definitely not. Definitely not below these weapons. I say C tier.
highest.
You think it's better than the Great Hammer, man?
I say it's below the Great Hammer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Below.
The regular sword.
It's
This is
regular sword.
I've tried using this weapon before. It's
PvP does not work.
yeah, it just doesn't work. I'm gonna be real. It does not work.
What skills weapon
I'd
is
say-
it, bro?
It
I'd
has
say C tier.
it has
For
rolled
most
wind. You can move. You can actually dash with this weapon, so it's pretty cool for that. You can dash while using the whirlwind. It's really nice. You're like a moving
Okay.
hitbox.
This model looks cool too.
Yeah, I'd put this in
That's
like
about it.
D tier, C tier.
D,
It's just
high D.
nice. High D.
I'd say
It's
high
more
D
usable than the
behind-
bow because at least it has an
behind-
AoE.
Behind Stormcaller.
Yeah.
I say in front of Stormcaller, bro. That whirlwind is nice. It's literally just an AoE. Way easier.
Either
to
way,
use.
it's trash.
Yeah.
Either way, it's trash.
Yeah. Actually, nah.
See,
Yeah.
that's,
Snake weapon.
Snake weapon.
Yeah. Triasta of Bronze. King
I know a lot of
Calus'
people
weapon.
overrate this shit, but I don't think it's that good.
I think it's an A
It's-
tier.
A tier,
Not
bare
hard.
minimum.
That's the thing. The Q has a long cooldown. Sure, it's a teleport move, but its damage compared to other shit is not that big.
The damage
Its E
compared to
is
other
also
totals-
nice,
Yeah,
but
the
its
E is
grab is not doesn't have a lot of AoE on the grab.
I
It's a
agree.
good mobility weapon, but it's not like a good main weapon.
Yeah.
This is like a complementary weapon you want to keep in your kit for teleports or finishing people off type
Yeah.
shit.
Still,
The E
I'm
does
not-
lead
I
into
am
the
not
Q.
putting
If
that
you
in
do
D
land
tier.
Impaling Strike,
Yeah, you
then,
can do the Q.
You can do the Q, and it
Yeah.
almost always lands. So that's like the bread and butter for the Triasta. So I'd say it's A tier. Now,
Who's
where in A
landing
tier?
grabs?
Who's landing grabs? I don't know. The
Who's
grab
landing
demons?
grabs against pulsar users? It's a
Yeah,
real
you're right.
question.
Yeah, you're gonna use a grab towards a pulsar, wrap it up. Yeah, you're done for.
Well,
I'd put this in like A tier though, but where in A tier?
Yeah.
Probably below.
lowest.
I'd go lowest, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
lowest.
compromise below musket.
Can't compromise below musket. I don't know. There's just better teleport options, so I guess low A tier is fair. These are
Lowest
just
A.
way better, in my opinion. This is like a decent AoE in front of you, but it's just not all that.
It looks cool. That's about
Yeah.
it.
It looks cool, yep. Got that drip.
Vindicator.
Oh,
Need I
you
say
already
more?
know. You
Need I
already
say
know.
more? In the fucking dump. This weapon's
the
just
back.
bad. It just, oh my, dude, this weapon right here, it does less damage than this E ability, bro. Like the Q on this does less damage than this. It's pitiful.
And you only
Actually
have
so
one
sad.
ability on that.
You only have one
weapon.
ability on it, does no damage, easily readable, too much end lag, can be parried. Not
That
it
looks
knocks
cool.
back. It knocks back as well, but like the knockback doesn't even help the weapon. It's quite literally just not it. Like you don't want to use this.
I just think
I
it's a cool fucking weapon. The
It looks
blue
cool.
aura on it is clean.
It's cool.
And then rename trash to free galleons.
Oh yeah, you're right.
A free HP pack. There we go.
Yep.
Free galleons.
And you can just sell this.
Free money.
Pretty much, this is free gallons. You could just sell this for money. Any of these weapons.
Either
you see?
sold 5 of those vindicators.
Yeah, one of my members literally sold so many of these. Like this is crazy. That's insane.
What? Sold them for fun. It's crazy.
And the thing is, this weapon's supposed to be comparable to like Axe Slash and like Pulsar. And look at where it is. Like look where it's at, bro. Worse than like most of the boss weapons. Worse than most of rare weapons. Like that's
Vindicator's
insane.
supposed to be the bread and butter of warrior class, but it's not.
So doomed. Yeah.
Let's see. What can we change?
What can we change here? Yeah. I don't know. For the most part, it's kind of looking all right. Now I'm a little biased for Triasta. I would probably rate it near the katanas, simply because it does go farther than the katanas.
I've never seen you use that weapon.
Well, because you haven't seen me on a warrior build, so
Not even into you.
I use it into you, bro. Relax.
Bro, you don't use them to you.
Yes, I do. I am biased because it does use light magic, so I would use this out of spite.
Yeah, we'll see next update.
We'll
If
see.
the level cap ever goes up, we'll see.
A lot of these weapons are in a good spot, though, for sure. I think.
Proud of us. Man.
Yeah, I think this is a very solid weapon tier list right here. Honestly. Yeah, this is it. This is the weapon tier list. If you're a warrior, these are the weapons you want to look out for.